Welcome back to the Monster Matchup, the show where you get to know your foe from head to toe. Fresh out of Monster Hunter cryostasis and back on the scene, I am piecing together my long-lost hunting power to give you your favorite online series for dry humor and sharp exhales. Not gonna lie, I needed a bit of time to learn everything again, and I'm still a bit rusty, but I'm getting there. A lot of time has passed. Iceborne has come along. I don't even recall half the monsters out there with it. But before we go into the Hoarfrost Reach, we have some unfinished base game business. Today's subject, where we last left off, Vaal Hazak, the vape trick elder dragon constantly in his Halloween outfit.
You vape? Hey, what flavor, man?
This beaut is a total menace for some hunters, looking like he came back from the dead, just like this video series. There's different stuff to unpack about both the monster and the environment it occupies, which, when combined, makes a deadly adversary. Dare I say, you'll bite the dust. Now, is Vaal Hazak really that big a deal? And what awaits us in that cesspit it calls home? Well, it's about time we found out. Now, some people might be asking something like, excuse me, sir, where is your sword and shield? It's at home, safely on display with my old gear. But this has been with me since day one. That's correct, as much as I love some good sword and board action, I'm a hunting horn man at heart. I neglected this baby while I dabbled in other weaponry, and it's about time I stuck to my roots. Horn brothers and sisters, let's go make some noise. I know Teostra's Orphe can be very useful, but you know, there's also a couple other options too. Also, I like the bagpipes. Here we go again. 3, 2, 1, begin. Vaal Hazak is the second Elder Dragon being featured on the Monster Matchup, with its own little corner of the Rotten Vale. The bowels. You know that roast beef you forgot in the back of the fridge 2 weeks ago and you just found it recently? Yeah, that's the one. There are layers of problematic things down here when you fight this monster, and we're going to peel back each and every layer. Layers! First things first, Vaal Hazak isn't exactly a skilled combatant, but it's still got some stuff that'll grind your gears or cart the unattentive hunter. But then once you know what to do, these attacks are a lot less scary, so... Tainted Meat's fighting capabilities include, but are not limited to, head scrape, heads or tails, dusty belly flop fart, very slow dust breath that would absolutely make someone's throat dry, swipe or no swiping, and lunge, leap, lunge. Stop lunging! Back and forth and back and forth. You're just taking notes from Rathian at this point. Hey, can I copy your homework? Ugh, fine, just don't make it obvious. Guess when it came to getting some more fighting capabilities, Vaal had some, rotten luck with Capcom. Now, the biggest thing about V for Vendetta isn't its physical moveset. No. It is the stinky. Vaal Hazak is the chief export of the ailment called effluvium. I like the sound of that. Say it with me. Effluvium. Nice. But as nice as it is to say, it's nothing but bad news for hunters because that stuff will make you get down with the sickness. This miasma is very prevalent in Vaal Hazak's kit and is pretty hard to miss. When you expose yourself to it, not only are you taking tick damage, but you're also receiving a buildup of effluvium in your system, which will culminate in a real bad case of whooping cough. When the miasma builds up enough, your health bar at the time will be cut in half. Just chop. Now this happens whether you had a long, juicy health bar after eating and using vitality decorations or something, or you just got dropped right in front of Vaal with a health bar the size of a Tic Tac. Of course, one of those options is better than the other, but both of them are a pretty rough situation. Luckily, when you're afflicted with this stuff, the Rotten Vale has a nice, beautiful, fresh source of water to cleanse your body from the sickness. Ow. Oh god, it's not water. This is acid. Spicy water. Ow. The absolute worst combination that can happen to you is becoming afflicted with effluvium, while at the same time being thrown into one of the pools of spicy water by Valhalla, only to become stunned and be unable to move from the very unfortunate position you've been put in, and all you can do is watch in horror as your hunter melts before your very eyes between the effluvium and the spicy water. And I'm totally not salty about the time this happened to me and venting through this medium. No, not at all. I'm fine. Peachy keen. And be careful when he's lying on the ground, because after collecting enough effluvium, he can actually do a surprise dusty cough on you. He might be acting and playing dead, but considering he's a half step from being a zombie already, it's doubtful this is gonna launch his acting career. So what can you do? On top of all this, there are smaller goons that'll help Stinky Boy out, and it's just a big old mess. What do you do? Well, this is actually where we take a look at Van Halen's weaknesses. I could sit here for half an hour and drone on and on about the different things you can do to help in this fight, or, you know, I can do this. Okay, here's just a few different things. Now, if you're dabbling in decorations for your armor and you have 3 miasma jewels, then you have nothing to worry about, as this completely negates the miasma health bar cutting effect. Essentially, you're rolling around in deodorant. But just getting 3 of the same decoration all willy-nilly is easier said than done. People have gone hundreds of hours in this game and only get 1 or 2 miasma jewels. It happens. So don't rag on your fellow hunter, even if you guys are high level and they happen to not be decked out with all the miasma jewelry. It doesn't mean you're bad, but you do have to do something in place of those jewels before Vaal hits his jewel and blows you away with them vapor waves. Now, here's some stuff you can do in the meantime. The second that you see that effluvium proc on you and cut your health in half, take a bite out of one of your null berries that you absolutely have in your pocket, right? That'll get rid of the ailment and make space for the rest of your health bar again. Now you got this void of red, not health. Immunizers can make your natural recovery of the red health faster, and max potions can get your health all the way up. Nothing can stop you. And you can always, and should, carry ingredients with you to make these things on the go. Whichever items work best for you, just bring the stuff necessary to make more so you're not restricted to things like 2 max potions, health booster, cleansing booster, vitality mantle. All of these things can be helpful in mitigating the malignant miasma. Now as for you absolutely fresh-smelling beast. One thing you can do to damage Vaal Hazak is utilize these big old teeth things hanging from the ceiling of this section. Shoot that stuff down and take a few chunks off Roadkill Dragon. Also, when you're in this area with the big stink, you can use slinger torches to clear up the clouds and prevent taking damage over time. If you knock Vaal down around here, the Gyros gang will actually gang up on him, and you can capitalize on that, or end up hitting them while you try to attack the Elder Dragon. It do be like that sometimes. And if Odogarin is around, there's actually a turf war between the two, and Clifford would absolutely destroy Vaal if he didn't just resort to poo-poo farting. So once you get the miasma problem out of the way, shoot down these 2 stalactite thingies and clear up any gassiness around you, the fight is considerably easier. But where and how do we hit, though, you might be asking? Well, this is where we crack open our handy-dandy hunter's notes and take a look at Vaal Hazak's weak points. Valsalva, the noggin, chest, and tail are all weak points, with the tail being severable and the underside, front legs, and face being breakable. All that mouth. All those rows of teeth. And I can almost never get a fang from you, I swear. Used a blunt weapon and made this thing's head concave, and still ended up getting a tail. Element weaknesses. Soaking the meat isn't gonna do anything this time around, but that's okay, because all you really need to do is drop your hottest mixtape on this Vape Lord and use fire damage. Remarkable. I think we're actually on the cusp of seeing fire being more helpful here on the monster matchup. What with ice and all. Thunder and ice will technically work, but the second option you have in Elemental Land is dragon damage. Now, the dragon weakness is only applicable to parts of Vaal where you've broken off the nasty chunks of meat. Then the damage really kicks in. But Elder Seal can still help with dissipating miasma while you're fighting him, so it is a very good option. You just, you just look at those vapes and go,
Adam!
Ailment weaknesses. Oh boy, what do you know? The monster that runs on an ailment is pretty resistant to other ones. Although technically, they can all work on Vaal, which is good, and Blast and Stun have a bit more frequency. Hammers and Horns can still utilize the bonk method, and honestly, that's about it. Use the Superman dive when you can to avoid lunges and beams of dust. Watch your distance and positioning as always, and especially listen out for audible cues that indicate what Vaal Hazak is about to do next. And after a couple quests, it'll be just like clockwork, baby. And trust me, odds are you'll be doing more than a couple quests if you want to get one of these things. Final verdict, give me your teeth! Next time? Oh, you are a windbag, I see. That's cute. Hello everybody, thank you once again for watching very much. If you have any useful information about Vaal Hazak or how to fight it, feel free to put it in the comment section below. Special thank you to all of my patrons on Patreon, including Andy and Erica Rose. If you have any friends that are new to the monster hunting scene, feel free to share this with them so they can get a little bit of insight. And maybe a little sensible chuckle or two. Thank you.